Oh my goodness, it has been a minute since I've been on here. Hi guys. Last time I uploaded was like a month ago? 2 months ago? I don't know. But I woke up and felt like filming a little Q&A today. I want to get closer to finishing this piece, so I thought I would answer some questions while I did that. I asked you guys some questions over on Instagram, so that is what we will be answering today. So recently I started painting in oil paint, which has been way drastically different from what I'm used to. Throughout my whole career, I've pretty much been an acrylic painter. Like if you go back on my page, it is like 95% acrylic with like the occasional watercolor slash wash thrown in there, but for the most part I have always been an acrylic painter. I figured it was time to jump into the world of oil and test it out, and I am like, okay, so I was talking to this girl on Instagram, shout out Gemma if you're watching this, but about oil painting. She's like, I saw you switch to oils, like how do you like it? And I told her I loved it because I do, like it's awesome. It blends so much more smoothly. I feel like I've wasted like years of my life blending acrylic paint after making the switch. And I'm like, why did I do that to myself? But anyways, we were talking and she's like, oh, like I started out with oil paint, and I feel like I had the like thought slash realization that like I feel as though in American schools they make oil paint seem like this big bad wolf type thing. Like we're not really exposed to it in school, which is really interesting to me. Like I wonder if other countries, like it's just like a standard like normal thing that they're taught. Like if other schools in other countries start their kids out on oil paint, I'm curious about it because it's like so much easier. Like even into college, I went to art school for 1 year, and even there like it was always acrylic. We were never really like introduced to it, or slash it wasn't like the material that was required by the classes I was taking, and I took like color mixing classes and stuff. I mean, I'm sure if I would have continued going for painting at a higher level, they would have eventually introduced us to oil, but I don't know. Anyways, oil paint is so good. Like if you're an acrylic painter that has been intimidated by taking the leap to switching over, don't be scared. Like it literally feels like, I feel like I've heard this analogy before, I don't know where, but it's like running a marathon with your ankle weights on and like finally taking them off and not realizing you had ankle weights on the whole time. I don't know. At least for my style, it's so much easier to paint with. Anyways, this is my first oil painting and I absolutely love it. I finally like made the leap because I was feeling a little bit burnt out creatively. I just needed to feel some like newness with painting. It is a difficult relationship when painting becomes your job. I feel like I was just pushing myself a little too hard to produce work, and I burnt myself out a little bit. And I know that that's really dangerous territory for me because then I don't want to create at all, and like it's not that I have to be creating constantly, but I just don't want to like push myself into a place where I just don't want to create. And I've definitely been there before, and it's not easy for me to like get out of that state. So I took sort of a little internet hiatus, mini break past month. I haven't really been active on Instagram or here obviously, but I'm feeling much better now. I think trying a new medium is helping a lot too. So that's been really good, but I really do want to be way more consistent uploading here. And I was reflecting on the times that I was having the most fun on YouTube, and I definitely feel like it was like some of the earlier days on my channel where it was more of me just kind of documenting what I was doing type of thing. I feel like a lot of my videos now have been like planned out slash scripted. It's just not as fun for me. Like it like really isn't as fun. And I think like with my channel I want to go in more of a like cinematic vloggy type route. I feel like that's just a more natural way for me to create than like super hyper scripted things on this channel. Like I do want to provide value to you guys, but I've just been analyzing it, and I think I would like to form a new slash visit an old relationship with the way I create content for this page. So, but like now that it's warmer out, I want to film so many more like cute painting videos outside and just like get more vloggy with it again. Another thing that kind of started to stop my uploading a little bit was I dropped my vlog camera like last year when I was in San Diego, and it broke, like the camera. She is done. Like it was a like Mark 1 G7X, like an old G7X, and when you try to turn it on, it just goes like I don't know, it like glitches out, it doesn't turn on. And then also like the flip up screen like broke off. Like she saw her end there. So another thing too would be me getting back a vlogging setup, because I feel like I had a lot of fun just documenting my like life and like what I was doing, and I would love to just do that now, but like with my business. I mean, I have a camera, but like on the go. I feel like a lot of my content was just out and about, and like I don't like to bring this whole setup rig with me and like be vlogging, you know? So I might be purchasing a new camera hopefully soon in the near future, because I just want to get back to that lighter energy, like not scripted content. I feel like everything's so scripted and searchable on YouTube now, and it's like not the vibe. Like even if it's just not as like enjoyable to watch. So basically what I'm saying is I've been analyzing, I have been so inconsistent, and I'm trying to come back consistently for you guys, because I really do love YouTube. I love creating YouTube content. Like it's a lot of fun. It's definitely way different than like short form Instagram stuff or just like shooting pictures. Like I feel like YouTube actually is a real like art, and you really can pull cool emotions with your videos. I mean, it's literally like film. Like it's definitely an art form that I want to explore deeper again too, and maybe in a new way. So let me know like what type of content you guys would want to see, because I really do want to upload more. Like I feel like I've been slacking on you guys, and I feel so bad, but anyways, enough of that rant. Let's get into some Q&A questions. How do you price your art, and based on what points? So pricing art is a very individual thing to each artist, but a general like set of guidelines that I could, I guess, give you to help you price your own work. And kind of what I follow is I pay attention to the amount of time it took me to paint a piece. Like if this took me a month to paint, I want a month's worth of income for this piece. If it took me a week, I want a week's worth. I literally look at what would I charge for myself at a 9 to 5? Like what would I want to get? And also think about how long you've been creating. Like are you a person that has been painting for years and years and years? Have you been painting for 10 years? Because someone 10 years deep into the game is gonna probably charge a little more than a beginner artist. It's just the same as any other career. You're charging for your time and for your skills, so definitely take that into account. Also your materials. How expensive is your set of paints that you're using? Like did you have to put up a lot of money to create the work that you are about to put out? And just like overall, like what do you want to value yourself at? Like it's really hard to answer this question, because people like ask me all the time, like how do you charge? How do you know what to charge? And like you kind of just start to know like over time. And also, side note, do not undervalue your work. Like a lot of people, I've seen so many artists get shamed for asking for literally what their work is worth online by people that don't understand how art pricing works, and like that art should be expensive. Definitely take that into account. Like do not undervalue yourself. Don't sell it at what you think it would sell for. Sell it at what you think it's worth and what you're comfortable getting for it. Yeah, that's like my general rule of thumb. Time, materials, and just like I kind of have a knowing and understanding of what I value my work at over time through selling it. So it's kind of just individual to the artists themselves. So hopefully that answers your question a little bit. But what is bringing you joy lately? Hi Kelly, I love you. That's my partner's brother's wife. What is bringing me joy lately? I would say the thing that is bringing me a lot of joy and also an insane amount of stress at the same time is I haven't talked about this online yet, but I am starting an entirely new brand, which has been a huge like learning curve, a huge investment, a lot of fun, a lot of stress at the same time. I'm starting a new clothing brand, and it's kind of going to be like my legacy project, I guess. Like this is going to be my brand for the rest of my life. Like so I'm building it right, and I'm building it slowly. I've been working on it since last year. I have like an attorney and stuff, and I'm getting it trademarked. Like I'm having everything like legally registered, which is like I don't know how to do all that shit. So I'm learning. It's been a lot of learning, but also it's so like cool. Like I'm doing this all by myself. I earned all the money to fund it. Like, I'm fully funding it, fully designing it. I learned how to reach out to manufacturers, learning a lot about design, and yeah, so that has been so beautiful and also stressful at the same time. But I'm also having so much fun with it, and like now is kind of like the fun part where everything's set up. Like, got the website, everything registered on the back end. I know my manufacturers, everything's on the way to me, like all my bulk product is on the way. Now I get to do like the photo shoots, the promotion, like finally announcing it to you guys, which is gonna be awesome. I also want to do a whole YouTube video on that. Like, I built this, basically this stock room in my basement. Like, you gotta start somewhere. So yeah, it's been like crazy but awesome. And I know I've like tried to do stuff like this before. Like, there's literally like a video like starting my clothing brand on this channel, and that was like cute, but that like wasn't like a legitimate like I was like pressing my own stuff, you know? Like, I didn't have manufacturers, like I didn't have like a legally registered entity that is mine. Like, this is a for real like business this time, you know? So that is very cool. My whole heart has like been going into this, which is also another reason I've been a little burnt out on painting too, because I haven't had much energy to like spring into this craft as much, because I've been so consumed, ultra consumed in the background on working on that. But it's gonna be so worth it. Hopefully I'll be launching like August time, hopefully. I'm just waiting for like all my product to get to me, and then also like doing photo shoots, like stuff like that, etc. But I'm going to be announcing it to you guys very soon over on Instagram, like maybe this week even. So that, my brand has been bringing me a lot of joy and a lot of like love, knowing like where I'm going. I feel like it's given me a new sense of purpose and like direction. And then also working on my space and like taking care of myself and making a comfortable space for me and my partner, that has been feeling really good lately. This is such a simple thing, but like getting a new shower head, upgraded into like a rain shower, and like it feels so much better. It's like just like tiny things like that I've been really enjoying. It just feels good to have a space that you're proud of, that feels clean. And I feel like I didn't really hold that value a lot in my past. I am obviously an artist. My brain, it can get crazy, messy, chaotic sometimes. So, and that can also very easily be reflected in my space a lot. I've always been a messy girl without like giving a shit, you know? Like, it's just not been super high on my list in the past, but I've got a newfound appreciation for that. I guess like purging and just feeling like I know where everything is, and like I know what I have, and like that has been bringing me a lot of joy lately. How long ago did you start painting? I've always been painting my entire life. Like, I can't remember my life before painting. I really can't. My dad is a painter, and I was raised in a very creative space, so people ask me that a lot, but I came out the womb painting. Not really, but like damn near. So, do you face many limiting beliefs in regards to your business? I feel like I used to. Like, I would look at like these huge Instagram artists, and I'm like, damn, like how are they doing that? Like, how are they making like such a good living off of their work? I don't know. I used to just think it was not possible until I started generating income. Like, I just was like, I'm gonna try it and see if it works. And then it started working. Like, once I started making like my very first sales I was like, okay, this is starting to work like a little bit. Why can't it work like a lot of it? Like, why can't it just like, there's no reason why I can't scale it and like make it work, you know? I feel like in the beginning I had a lot more of those thoughts and like feelings. Once I started receiving like my first couple of sales, I was like, oh, this actually can work. And now it's not really like a matter of if selling art will work, it's like, when will I sell it, you know? I'm just starting to kind of understand the way that art and business works. But yeah, I would say not so much anymore, that I don't really feel those feelings. Next question is, what kind of music do you listen to? So I have synesthesia, specifically chromesthesia. If you don't know what that is, it's like where sound triggers, or where sound evokes color in your brain. I listen to like whatever vibe like I want to see, basically. So I'm not like the best person to suggest music slash jumping at taking over the Bluetooth like in the car. Like it's not, I listen to like weird, like not weird, but my music is just so random. Like it's literally just what I want to see. But I love like, basically I'll listen to anything but country. Sorry, I'm not a country girl. I can't do it. I don't know what it is, but I'll listen to anything except country and like heavy metal, like screamo. Like I love just chill music. I like reggae. I like a lot of like 90s music, like Sublime energy. I don't know. Just very, very random stuff. So basically my answer is everything except country. Advice on growing on IG. I kind of want to make a whole video on this, but I feel like there's a billion videos on growing on Instagram. I guess some of the main things I've noticed being on there is Reels. Reels are so important for growth, because they have like their literal own feed. Like your chances of getting seen from a reel are so much higher than just like posting pictures, which is a lot harder for artists because it's a lot easier to just post a picture of your painting than like make a whole video surrounding it. But if you're trying to obtain a following, reels are a big help in that. And then consistently posting reels is a big thing too, which I struggle with. Like I saw the most growth, I think, on my page last year when I did a series of literally like day one of revealing my art online or something like that until I found my audience. And it was literally just me standing in my yard and like flipping the canvas around and just showing off old works. And I did that for like 20 days. And I want to say that my page, like, I don't even know how much I grew, but I definitely hit my 100K from doing that. But that was because I was literally posting every single day. And like, that's hard to do when you're an art page. Like it definitely takes a lot of energy, especially when you're painting to create the content. It's not like a normal outfit video where you just have to put on like 10 outfits and like edit it. Painting takes hours and days, and it's definitely not the same, but you can make a lot of content from one painting, I've learned. I mean, you'll see the same painting on my page like 20 times. Like here, I'm just gonna list off, like from one painting you can make like start a new painting with me, unwrapping the canvas, putting it on the easel, making the first few strokes, make it like really pretty aesthetic. That could be one video. The next one could literally just be paint with me, like just you working on it, showing your progress, maybe like close-up shots and be like, come back later for the reveal. Like you could make it a series, like day 3 of working on my painting, day 4 of working on my painting. Like you can make multiple videos of you working on the same painting. I've seen people literally before they're even finished. I've literally seen people like, this is my work in progress, and do like a painting like flip around of their painting and they're not even done with the painting yet. But you could do like, this is my work in progress, show it off. And then you have like the painting reveal video. That's like 5 reels from one painting. Painting reveal video, and then you could show like the painting versus the print. Like if you sell prints of your work, that's like 6 pieces of content just from one painting. And then also now you have that piece to use like later on in content. Like you could do a video just like literally flipping like 5 pieces around, and like those videos work because it's just quick like gratification for the viewer's brain, you know? It is hard to keep up and like maintain painting for content, but also with one piece, like you can create a lot of content from just one piece, which is pretty cool. So definitely, like if you're trying to grow an art page, utilize all the work that you have. Like you literally have a body of work probably that you can use and show off. Like once you show it off one time on Instagram, that's not the end of it. Like keep showing it off. I still show pieces that I painted like over a year ago. Like if you follow me and you actually pay attention to what I'm posting, you've seen the same piece from me like 10-15 times in my content because I worked hard on it. I'm gonna show it off, and like you should do the same thing. So definitely, if you're trying to grow an art page, make reels, and there's a lot of reels that you can make with just your pieces. And also on top of that, like relatable art, comedy, you in your studio showing your workspace. There's a lot of content you can make and not just have to rely on making like an entire painting video, like A to Z painting, like because that is a quick way to burn yourself out. I used to do that like back when I first started on my pages, and I don't know how I survived because I literally was like, when I first quit my job at the end of 2021, I was like hungry. Like I was literally wanting to grow my pages so bad. I was doing a painting like every day, all the way through documenting it. If I didn't have a painting done for the next day, it was like the end of my life type of thing. I was crazy putting out content on TikTok. And that's also one way to grow your page, just like going hard at it until you get a base audience too. But yeah, posting reels, posting consistently, connecting with people on your stories, genuinely talking to people, responding to DMs if you can. I know like it's like really overwhelming at a point. Like there's no way in the world that I could get back to all my DMs. Like it's not, especially on like art pages and stuff, I get a lot of like people asking for tutorials and like how to paint things and advice, and like there's just no way I could ever like answer. But like connecting with people as much as you can, like as much as you can handle. Yeah, just like really genuinely showing up for the people that are behind the screen, because they are real people behind the screen. Also, I feel like treating Instagram like you're talking to your best friend, like just being a real, genuine, raw version of you is like important, and people can like feel that through the screen, you know? Yeah, I guess that's my advice on how to grow, or at least how I did it. Okay, I feel like that's the last question I'm gonna answer because I'm giving long answers. I don't want this video to be too long. I think I'm just gonna do a little painting time lapse because I feel like I haven't actually been focusing on the painting part, because talking and painting is kind of like this type thing. Like, I don't know, it's a little challenging for me. So yeah, let's close this out with a nice little painting time lapse. Yeah, let's do a time lapse. Okay, and I guess that's it for this little Q&A video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I definitely can do more in the future. I love to chat with you guys. It's definitely interesting to think about different questions that you guys give me because they make me introspect. So
how much?
Rick Rubin. That wasn't that long of a time lapse, but I need to take a painting pause for a little second. So that is all that I'm going to do in this video. If you guys want to see the finished piece, it will probably be over on my Instagram by the time I upload this, or up very, very shortly. But so that's it for this video. I love you guys so much. I will see you on the next one. Bye.